So everyone, after this Thursday night football game versus the Steelers, I want to take a second or a few minutes here to really applaud the Browns offense for not only what they did versus the Steelers in this game here on Thursday night in week 3, but also just the other first 2 weeks of this season. I am impressed with this Browns offense with Jacoby Brissett right now. And everyone, can I just start this all off by saying that I am incredibly impressed with how Jacoby Brissett has started off these first 3 weeks with the Browns here. He is looking like the game manager that they wanted Baker Mayfield to be, plus more. Jacoby is taking care of the ball. He is targeting and getting the ball to his playmakers, people. Amari Cooper had back-to-back games with over 100 yards and a touchdown. And then David NJoku had a monster game versus the Steelers on Thursday Night Football. But he is also making the on-the-money throws. He's finding his open receivers, which we know a lot of people had a problem with last year with Baker Mayfield. And look, he's just making the simple plays and not trying to do too much, which is what you need out of a game manager. But Jacoby Brissett is also doing a bit more. On top of that, he just made some incredible plays while improvising and being on the run out of the pocket, and he has had some incredible pocket presence. And he also put the Browns into field goal range versus Carolina to set up Cade York to win that game with that field goal that he did kick. And everyone, do you know what is so inspirational about Jacoby Brissett right now? Nick Chubb is in this offense, Kareem Hunt's in the offense. The run game will light you up, and defenses pay attention to it. They will dare Jacoby Brissett to throw by stacking the heck out of that box. But everyone, here's the thing, and what I've noticed so far, if you dare him to throw, he showed you that versus the Jets, versus the Steelers, and sometimes versus the Panthers, that if you dare him to throw, he's going to make you pay. That is what you want a game manager to do. Make the plays that are right in front of him. And Jacoby Brissett is doing that, people, and it is just so inspirational right now. The Steelers secondary is no joke. Although they don't have TJ Watt, Alex Highsmith, and Cameron Hayward are still on that defensive line, he did it versus a pretty good defense. I like the game he had. Obviously, he's no top 10, top 15 quarterback or anything like that, but he is average. He played like an average quarterback, and that is good for this Browns team, and that is what they need to win. Now, before I go on and rave about Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt and how great this offensive line and this run game as a whole has been, I just got to give it up for Kevin Stefanski in these first 3 games, because in each of these first 3 games, regardless of win or loss, he has done a great job at play calling, people. He has simplified the game for Jacoby Brissett, which this system is really set up to do for these more average quarterbacks. But the packages and sets that he has put out there and how he's maneuvered this offensive line has been incredible. And when I'm talking about the moving and the maneuvering on the offensive line, people, I think it has been simply incredible how in the run game, the Browns a lot of times are having Joel Bitonio, Wyatt Teller, Jedrick Wills, or Jack Conklin really swing out to the outside to create blocks and holes for Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. The amount of moving on this offensive line has been incredible, and I think it has contributed to the great success that they have had in the run game. But also these shotgun sets with Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb, it has really thrown defenses off. Like, you got to pay attention to Nick Chubb, but you also got to pay attention to Kareem Hunt. It has been something that is incredibly hard for defenses to figure out, and I think it has helped out Jacoby Brissett. I also think it has helped out this offense as a whole. Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt on the field at the same time has worked out greatly for this Browns offense. And I also have to applaud Kevin Stefanski for the first 3 games of this year for actually scheming his wide receivers open. Whenever the Browns pass the ball, it does seem like most of their receivers tend to get open, and that makes life easier on Jacoby Brissett. But this isn't new to Kevin Stefanski. He's been able to do this before. Last year, the Browns had the 2nd highest percentage of passing plays with 3+ receivers open. And when I'm looking at this running game, man, look, it's leading the way. Clearly, Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb are absolutely balling out. But when I'm looking at Nick Chubb, man, the dude is really about to reach the peak of his prime for the next 2-3 years here. The balance that he showed in this Steelers game, really just all throughout the season, breaking the tackles that he does. As soon as you think a play is over with Nick Chubb, it's not over. He's just going to keep going. The contact balance, the strength, the vision, the patience, the speed, the acceleration, just everything about Nick Chubb is just incredible. And look, him and Kareem Hunt, they really do lead the Browns to wins here, and I think it's allowing the pass game to really have some life. They're making life easier on Jacoby Brissett and Amari Cooper, all of these guys, but this offensive line is big, physical, it helps them out a lot. This run game is going to lead the Browns to a lot of wins this year. I'm loving what I'm seeing from Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, people. Hey, Kevin Stefanski, Amari Cooper, Jacoby Brissett, Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, David NJoku, they have this Browns offense humming, people. Coming in to the Thursday night game versus the Steelers, the Browns scored on 52.4% of their possessions, and that was tied with the Chiefs and the Bills for the most of in the NFL, people. So I'm really impressed with this Browns offense, people, and I think they will keep it going. And I think when Deshaun Watson comes back, this is going to be, it really is going to be a scary sight to see for the rest of the league. Beware, because the Browns are coming, and I definitely expect them to keep going, everybody. But when we're talking about my key takeaways from this game for the Browns, I thought one was Jacoby Brissett really made plays. He was incredibly efficient. This run game is still the best in the league. Nick Chubb is really about to hit his peak. This offensive line is still incredible, and I'm not sure how the Browns only had to trade a 5th and a 6th round pick for Amari Cooper, who is balling to start off this season. I loved how Jacoby Brissett targeted his playmakers in this game. Having David NJoku in this game targeting him, he had 89 yards, 1 touchdown, and I believe, 9 receptions. And then we know Amari Cooper had over 100 yards. And then this defense, I think it bounced back, only held the Steelers to 17 points, only gave up 3 points to them in the second half. I thought they picked up the pace. I thought in the second half they generated a little bit more of a pass rush from pressure and that standpoint. And I think that secondary and that play calling really tightened up. So I'm proud of Joe Woods. I'm proud of this secondary. And I'm proud of that linebacking core with Tony Field and Jacob Phillips stepping up when Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah and Anthony Walker stepped out the game. Now look, Myles Garrett could have had a better game, but he did create some pressure at the end of the game, people. But I am impressed with this Browns team. I thought it was a great performance versus the Steelers. Now, when it comes to the Steelers, that's something I will get to in another video. But people, I'm very impressed with the Browns' start to the season so far. And like I said, I think they're going to the playoffs, like I said in my playoff predictions. And I think they're just going to keep climbing up that ladder this year, especially when Watson gets back, everyone. I hope Browns fans are looking forward to more wins, because I do believe that they will be getting them, everyone. Other than that, this has been Malik Hicks, aka the Ranker of the Ultimate Sports TV, signing off. Peace out, and I'll see you on the other side.